water, water, water. So this is only in America could you take something that's absolutely free, everybody has at their home, put it in a plastic bottle and sell it. I wonder, I should have checked and seen what sales of, let's call it convenience water is in the U.S. compared to other countries. I bet the U.S. is one of the highest ones. And we typically would have some of the best water in the world, with all the treatment. Either the water is pristinely clean, like the water we get from Lake Sebago here in Sebago, Maine, or there are treatment plants. Well, they even have a treatment plant for that, although there's virtually nothing in the water. But they do, the water district runs it through processing. They have UV sterilization. They put some chlorine in it. The water is so pure and so few minerals that it actually tends to degrade concrete as it's going through it. Water doesn't like to be just water. It wants to have things in it. So if you put it next to something it can dissolve, it will dissolve it. And there are elements in concrete that it can dissolve, over time. So they have to put some phosphate in the water, and that keeps the chlorine in until it gets all the way to the tap water, like in Portland, because you have to have a certain residual amount of chlorine in the water that comes out of the client's or user's faucet to prove that that water still could be treating any bacterial agents all the way to the consumer use. But this is just talking about prices. This is Cumberland Farm spring water. So this seems to be the best deal. It's a larger bottle, but $2.39 with taxes. You can go into different stores and find the smaller bottles of water. They can be quite expensive. I believe that the fast food places, they're like $2.69, but that is what they'll be in some places, convenience stores. Or of course you can go to the grocery store and buy different sizes. It tends to be just the smaller size, and then the gallon size, which of course is the most economical if you're actually just buying water and not the convenience. Usually people who buy it are getting it in a size that is convenient, and if I'm in my car, this is a great size to do. But I would say that it seems like they're the cheapest place to just buy a bottle of water, and other places seem to be higher, or you can get the smaller bottles sometimes for $1. Different places like Martin's, and some place that's priding itself on having some discount items to draw people in. Sometimes the water will be cheaper there than but not usually. How many ounces is this? Is this 32 ounces? Oh no, this is 50 fluid ounces. So technically that's a quart and 18 fluid ounces. So it's 1.5 liters. So there we go, water. We're having a big storm event. We've had one this year already, and they predicted that we were going to have above average precipitation, but we were going to have a low snow amount total. Well, our first big rainstorm we had dropped like 2 inches of rain, which could have, in previous years, has been snow, and that would have been 20 inches. And today, last night going through today, I have a feeling we'll get more than 2 inches, and again, that ends up being a lot of snow. Of course, the biggest snow that I ever remember is, I can't tell you the year exactly, but in Gorham actually topped the areas by a couple of inches that are around Gorham, but we almost got 3 feet of snow. I think we got 33 inches in one snowstorm. It was funny, we opened the door, and there's a drifted. Of course, this drift is higher. It's over 3 feet tall. And the dog, oh my goodness, the dog went wild, and it jumped out, jumping in and out of it. It was having a blast. But I don't think that will happen this year, although you never know. The problem with it being warmer and being rain is sometimes we get into the ice situation. You know, all you need to do, it's actually, can't believe it, it's 53 here today. And what, today's December 18th or around there? 19th something. And, you know, you cool back down. And of course, when you cool back down, you have that period where things might just be ice. And of course, our big event, and for everyone in the Northeast, was in 1998. We had the Great Ice Storm. And we were without power for 9 days. A relative was like, oh, I have this generator. I wonder if they want power. And they came and hitched it up. It was great. One of the things you don't think about with a lack of power is entertaining children. You've got these kids that are used to, you know, being connected. This is back a ways, so we don't have the internet everywhere. But watching TV or, you know, doing certain things that require electricity. And so it was nice to get the electricity back and start being able to run things. Everybody lost the contents of their freezer or refrigerator because while you know, you could take things and put them outside, but that's basically what some people did. But a lot of times, a lot of the things were just damaged. And we actually, there was some program, and we got $50 because of the storm to compensate for the loss of, you know, things that you had in your freezer and your refrigerator. I don't know, people with the, you know, the big chest freezers that, you know, you could imagine if you had, you know, you could have hundreds of dollars of meat and things in that. And I wonder, I'm not sure what happened with people like that. If you never opened one of those freezers, would it still be, you know, things still be frozen in a week? I'm not sure, but that was quite the experience. And just to cap that off, during that, I worked for this company with this insane person running it. And they insisted on keeping the company open. And everybody else, all the other places were closed. Were closing or closed. Oh no, they were going to keep running. So we had to go to work, and every time the power would go out, this kind of wastewater recovery system we had, the solenoids would all open, and it would flood the floor in a certain area with a brim edge around it, let's say, a little thing to contain things. And I had to clean it up, and then it would happen again. You clean it again, and what happened then? At one point, I slipped on the floor and hit my head on the concrete floor, and you know, I suffered a brain injury, which never healed completely. But you know, it is what it is, and it was just so ridiculous. Then the person who owned the company, this woman, she was mad that I went and got treatment because, you know, she was very worried. It was a very bizarre situation. She was running this company, but I guess her husband made millions of dollars, and so this was kind of like a toy for her, this company. And she was just a nasty person, and so she was very upset. Rather than thinking, oh my goodness, we have to help this person, it was like, oh my goodness, my workman's comp rates will go up. And the company's still around, but I heard that she sold it and someone else offered. Well, actually, the competitor bought her out, and now the competitor runs that. And I guess there's not a lot being done at that location, but I could be wrong about that. You know, this was a few years back, but I know the company's still operating because I've driven by there before. But there we go. Water. Bye.